Hello everyone. Please be a part of our YouTube family and grow with us. Please subscribe, like, and comment. Thank you. Welcome everyone. This is the Horse Racing Planet Race Day preview for Saturday, June 6, 2026. Let's begin. Race 1 is a claiming event over 6.5 furlongs with a purse of $860,000. This distance demands a combination of early speed and enough stamina to finish strongly in the stretch. With a large field of experienced runners, trip and positioning could make all the difference. Number 1, the Real Identity, 6 years old, 54.0 kilograms. An experienced runner who will need to find more in the closing stages. Drawn toward the inside, which could help secure a good early position. Number 2, March and Shoot, 7 years old, 54.0 kilograms. Veteran campaigner with plenty of experience. Has enough ability to be competitive, but will need a smooth trip throughout. Number 3, Nakamura, 8 years old, 54.0 kilograms. Comes into this race as one of the more respected older runners. Has shown the ability to compete at this level and deserves consideration. Number 4, Smart Trick, 5 years old, 55.0 kilograms. Carries one of the higher weights in the field but has the class to handle it. If able to settle comfortably early, could be a major factor late. Number 5, Press Conference, 8 years old, 54.0 kilograms. An honest performer who usually gives a solid effort. The distance suits and a strong finish would not be a surprise. Number 6, Kwaku, 8 years old, 54.0 kilograms. Needs to step forward against some capable rivals, but experience is on this horse's side. Could surprise if conditions suit. Number 7, Easy Peasy, 6 years old, 57.0 kilograms. Top weight in the field and clearly respected. The extra weight is a challenge, but class often carries horses a long way in races like this. Number 8, First Defense, 5 years old, 54.0 kilograms. Gets in at a workable weight and has enough tactical speed to stay close early. A runner that could improve with the right trip. Number 9, Great Wayne, 7 years old, 54.0 kilograms. Experienced runner who should appreciate the distance. If able to secure a good stalking position, could be involved late. Number 10, Adira, 5 years old, 55.0 kilograms. One of the more interesting runners in the field. Carries a competitive weight and appears capable of making a serious challenge. Number 11, Hail the Queen, 5 years old, 52.5 kilograms. Gets a weight advantage over many of the main rivals. That could prove important over the final furlong and makes this runner worth respecting. Number 12, Natural Dancer, 6 years old, 51.5 kilograms. Very attractively weighted and could offer value. If able to stay within striking range early, this horse may finish strongly. Number 13, Money Monster, 9 years old, 54.0 kilograms. The oldest runner in the field, but still capable on best efforts. Needs everything to fall into place. Number 14, Wayne's Princess, 6 years old, 53.5 kilograms. Light enough weight and a capable jockey combination. Could outrun expectations with the right pace setup. So my top 3 picks in no specific order are Natural Dancer, Press Conference, and Wayne's Princess. Race 2 is a restricted stakes event over 5 furlongs around the turn for a purse of $1,190,000. This is a quality sprint featuring a mix of talented 3-year-olds and older runners. At this distance, speed is king. Horses need to break sharply, secure position early, and still have enough left to finish strongly. Let's break down the field. Number 1, Pirosang, 3 years old, 53.5 kilograms. Comes into the race with form figures of third, and a win. That progression is exactly what you want to see from a developing 3-year-old. The latest victory suggests confidence is growing and the weight assignment is fair. Looks like one of the major contenders. Number 2, Uncle Nally, 3 years old, 49.5 kilograms. Form figures read fourth, second, then second. This horse has been knocking on the door and now gets a huge weight advantage at just 49.5 kilograms. In a 5-furlong sprint, that kind of allowance can make a massive difference. Very dangerous. Number 3, Midnight Traveler, 3 years old, 49.0 kilograms. Recent form of 8th, 6th, and 4th. While the results do not jump off the page, there has been gradual improvement. Carries the lightest weight in the field at 49 kilograms, which could help bridge the gap. An outsider with upset potential. Number 4, Phenomenal Power, 3 years old, 56.0 kilograms. Recent form shows 2 wins followed by a 4th-place finish. That 4th came after back-to-back victories, so this runner has already demonstrated plenty of ability. Carries top weight, but class often outweighs weight concerns in races like this. A serious contender. Number 5, Ralph's Treasure, 4 years old, 57.0 kilograms. Form figures of 3rd, 2nd, then 4th. Consistent performer who regularly puts himself in contention. The challenge here is carrying the highest weight in the race at 57 kilograms. Even so, this horse has the talent to overcome it and should not be ignored. Number 6, Pepper Stepper, 3 years old, 53.5 kilograms. Won on last and now steps forward for the 3rd start of the career. That first victory showed natural ability and speed. The question is whether this horse can improve again against tougher opposition. Very intriguing runner with upside. So my top 3 picks in no specific order are Big LA, Raging River, and Goodness Gracious. Race 3 is a blazing 3-furlong straight sprint for a purse of $600,000. Over this extremely short distance, there is virtually no time to recover from a slow start. Horses must brake sharply and show immediate speed. This race is often decided within the first few strides, making gait speed the most important factor. Let's break down the field. Number 1, Monaco, 7 years old, 53.5 kilograms. Recent form figures of 2nd, 3rd, then 9th. The latest effort was disappointing, but the 2 runs before that showed enough ability to be competitive at this level. If able to bounce back, this horse has a chance. Number 2, Beautiful Moon, 6 years old, 51.5 kilograms. Comes in with form figures of 0, 0, and 7th. Recent performances have been poor, but the lightweight helps. Would need significant improvement to threaten the leading contenders. Number 3, Big Man Biden, 8 years old, 56.0 kilograms. Recent form reads 6th, 2nd, then 5th. Has shown flashes of competitiveness and owns some early speed. The concern is carrying one of the heavier weights in a race where every kilogram matters. Still worth considering. Number 4, Atomic Energy, 6 years old, 51.5 kilograms. Recent form of 7th, 8th, then 7th. Has struggled to make an impact recently and will need a dramatic turnaround. The low weight is a positive, but recent form remains a concern. Number 5, Morse Code, 8 years old, 53.5 kilograms. Recent form of 8th, 0, then 8th. Hard to find much encouragement from recent outings. Needs a major form reversal to become competitive. Number 6, Galway Bay, 10 years old, 53.5 kilograms. Veteran runner with form figures of 5th, 6th, then 4th. Has been showing small signs of improvement and could benefit from the short distance. Experience is a major asset in races like this. Number 7, JJ Warrior, 8 years old, 54.5 kilograms. Recent form of 4th, 3rd, then 4th. One of the more consistent runners in the field. Continues to run honest races and should once again be involved near the finish. Looks like a solid contender. Number 8, John P., 9 years old, 57.0 kilograms. Recent form reads 5th, 2nd, then 6th. Carries top weight, but has shown enough ability against similar company. If able to brake sharply, could be right in the mix despite the heavy assignment. Number 9, Buzz Assault, 9 years old, 53.5 kilograms. 3 consecutive 6th-place finishes tell the story of a horse that has been consistent without threatening to win. May grab a minor placing but needs improvement for the top spot. Number 10, Wear Your Honor, 8 years old, 53.5 kilograms. Recent form of 8th, 4th, then 8th. Inconsistent performer who will need everything to go right. Difficult to recommend with confidence. So my top 3 picks in no specific order are John P., Buzz Assault, and Monaco. Race 4 is a restricted allowance V contest over 4 furlongs straight for a purse of $750,000. Sprint races at this distance leave very little room for mistakes. Horses need to brake sharply, secure early position, and maintain their speed all the way to the wire. With several lightly raced runners in the field, this could be an exciting and competitive dash. Number 1 Raging River, 4 years old, 53.0 kilograms. Has shown enough ability in previous starts to suggest there is talent here, but recent performances have not been as strong. Needs to return to earlier form and brake sharply to be a factor. Number 2 Humility, 4 years old, 54.0 kilograms. Has already proven capable of competing at this level and has shown the ability to finish strongly when things go right. Carries a fair weight and deserves respect in this field. Number 3 Total Velocity, 4 years old, 52.5 kilograms. Inconsistent performer who has shown occasional flashes of ability. The lightweight is a positive, but this horse will need improvement to challenge the main contenders. Number 4 Formalist, 4 years old, 53.0 kilograms. Won on debut and now returns for the second career start. Anytime a horse wins first time out, it immediately becomes a horse to watch. There could be significant upside here, and the stable is capable of developing talent. Major contender. Number 5 Bad Bad Tanisha, 4 years old, 51.5 kilograms. Comes into this race with confidence after a recent victory. Carries one of the lightest weights in the field and could be capable of putting together another strong performance. Number 6 Treasure Isles, 4 years old, 52.0 kilograms. Has struggled to make an impact in recent outings and would need a major turnaround to become competitive in this spot. Number 7 Nebuchadnezzar, 4 years old, 54.0 kilograms. Generally runs honest races and tends to stay competitive throughout. Looks capable of being around the finish again, but may need a little extra to get the job done. Number 8 Money Mission, 4 years old, 51.5 kilograms. Arrives in strong form and appears to be heading in the right direction. Gets in with a very attractive weight and looks like one of the strongest contenders in the race. So my top 3 picks in no specific order are Formalist, Humility, and Money Mission. Race 5 is a restricted allowance, 3 contest over 5 furlongs straight for a purse of $800,000. Straight course sprints place a premium on early speed and acceleration. Horses that can brake sharply and maintain momentum throughout the run often have a major advantage. This looks like a competitive field with several runners capable of making their presence felt. Number 1 Bobby Too Bad, 5 years old, 52.5 kilograms. Carries a light weight and has shown enough ability to remain competitive at this level. If able to secure a good early position, this horse could be involved in the finish. Number 2 Lucy on the Go, 5 years old, 51.5 kilograms. One of the lighter-weighted runners in the field. Has shown flashes of talent and could benefit from the weight advantage in a fast-run sprint. Not impossible. Number 3 Alkebulan, 5 years old, 54.0 kilograms. Has proven ability against similar company and possesses enough class to be respected. The weight assignment is manageable, and a return to best form would make this horse dangerous. Number 4 Crypto Girl, 5 years old, 51.0 kilograms. Comes into this race with confidence after a recent victory. The light weight is a significant advantage and could help this runner remain prominent throughout. Number 5 Princess Finey, 5 years old, 53.0 kilograms. One of the more consistent runners in the lineup. Has shown the ability to finish strongly and should once again be among the main contenders. Number 6 Gelroy, 5 years old, 55.0 kilograms. Carries top weight in the field and will need to overcome that challenge. Has ability, but the weight assignment makes the task more difficult. Number 7 Design Diva, 5 years old, 51.0 kilograms. Gets in with the minimum weight and could offer some value. Needs improvement, but the favorable weight gives this horse an opportunity to outrun expectations. Number 8 Radom, 5 years old, 52.5 kilograms. has shown enough quality to compete at this level and represents a strong stable. If able to produce a clean run from start to finish, should be a major player. Number 9, Play Fair, 5 years old, 53.0 kilograms. Has ability, but has struggled to put everything together consistently. A contender on best form, though difficult to trust completely. Number 10, Ballistic Missile, 5 years old, 53.0 kilograms. Has not shown enough recently to rank among the top selections, but sprint races can produce surprises. Needs a significant step forward. So my top 3 picks in no specific order are Princess Fione, Lucy on the Go, and Alkebulan. Race 6 is an optional claiming event over 7 furlongs for a purse of $820,000. 7 furlongs is a demanding distance because horses need enough speed to stay close early while still having the stamina to finish strongly. This field features a mix of proven veterans and improving runners, making for a very competitive contest. Number 1, Ruby's Light, 5 years old, 55.0 kilograms. Has been running consistently and appears to be holding form well. Draws favorably and has enough tactical speed to secure a good position early. One of the runners that deserves serious consideration. Number 2, Green Gold Rush, 9 years old, 54.0 kilograms. A veteran campaigner who continues to show determination despite advancing age. Carries a workable weight and has the experience to remain competitive against this group. Number 3, Buttercup, 5 years old, 55.0 kilograms. An honest performer who has been knocking on the door recently. Usually gives a good account of herself and has the kind of consistency that makes her a major contender. Number 4, Conundrum, 8 years old, 54.0 kilograms. Has shown enough ability to be respected and appears capable of producing a strong effort when conditions suit. Could be a factor if able to settle into a comfortable rhythm. Number 5, Ability, 6 years old, 54.0 kilograms. Has struggled to find top form recently and will need improvement to challenge the leading contenders. The weight assignment helps, but more is required. Number 6, Life is Life, 6 years old, 56.0 kilograms. Comes into the race with confidence after a recent victory. Carries one of the heavier weights in the field, but current form suggests this runner has the quality to overcome it. Number 7, Successful Man, 5 years old, 57.0 kilograms. Carries top weight and has shown flashes of talent throughout his career. If able to produce his best effort, he has the class to make his presence felt despite the weight burden. Number 8, Colorado Ranger, 8 years old, 54.0 kilograms. Recent efforts have been below expectations, and this runner will need a significant turnaround. Difficult to support with confidence. Number 9, Riches T.O. Rags, 5 years old, 55.0 kilograms. Has not been at his best lately, but possesses enough ability to surprise if able to rediscover earlier form. A potential outsider with upset possibilities. Number 10, Hickory Slim, 5 years old, 57.0 kilograms. One of the more reliable runners in the field. Has been consistently competitive and looks well suited to this distance. Should be involved in the finish once again. So my top 3 picks in no specific order are Life is Life, Green Gold Rush, and Buttercup. Race 7 is an optional claiming event over 7.5 furlongs for a purse of $700,000. This distance tests both speed and stamina, and horses that can settle early before producing a strong finishing run often have the advantage. Several experienced campaigners line up here, making this a very competitive race. Number 1, Password, 6 years old, 56.0 kilograms. An experienced runner who has shown enough ability to be competitive at this level. It carries a fair weight and should appreciate the distance. A contender if able to produce his best effort. Number 2, Diamond Rock, 7 years old, 57.0 kilograms. Carries top weight and faces a demanding assignment. Has ability, but recent performances leave questions. Will need a major improvement to threaten the leading contenders. Number 3 K-Boy, 9 years old, 54.0 kilograms. A veteran who continues to battle hard. Gets in with a favorable weight and has enough experience to stay competitive. Could be a factor if the pace unfolds in his favor. Number 4 Himaya, 5 years old, 55.0 kilograms. Comes into the race with confidence after showing the ability to win at this level. Appears to be one of the more progressive runners in the field and looks well suited to this distance. Number 5 Princess Aquila, 6 years old, 55.0 kilograms. A consistent performer who often gives an honest effort. Has enough tactical speed to secure a good position and could find herself involved in the finish. Number 6 Dancing in the Breeze, 8 years old, 54.0 kilograms. An older runner who has struggled to regain top form. The weight helps, but a significant turnaround is required to challenge the stronger contenders. Number 7 Drone Strike, 11 years old, 54.0 kilograms. The oldest horse in the field and a proven campaigner over the years. Experience is on his side, but he may find younger rivals a little sharper at this stage. Number 8 Blitz Strike, 6 years old, 56.0 kilograms. Possesses enough ability to be competitive when things go right. Needs to put together a complete performance, but could surprise if able to settle comfortably early. Number 9 Ahmad Ali, 7 years old, 54.0 kilograms. Has shown occasional flashes of ability, but has been difficult to trust. Needs improvement to become a serious winning threat, although the light weight is a positive. So my top 3 picks in no specific order are Himaya, Password, and K-Boy. Race 8 is the 5th running of the Marlene My Love, a maiden condition event for 3-year-old fillies over 5.5 furlongs with a purse of $1,050,000. Maiden races are often among the most difficult to handicap because many runners are still learning their craft, while some newcomers can improve dramatically on debut. Over this sprint distance, early speed and a clean break will be extremely important. Number 1 Captain's Bad Gal, 3 years old, 53.5 kilograms. Still lightly raced and adds first-time blinkers. That equipment change could help sharpen her focus and improve her early speed. Could show much more than previously seen. Number 2 Awesome Emma, 3 years old, 56.0 kilograms. One of the more experienced runners in the lineup and has shown enough ability to suggest a maiden victory is within reach. Looks capable of being competitive from start to finish. Number 3 My Friend Mickey, 3 years old, 56.0 kilograms. Has shown flashes of promise but needs to take another step forward. If able to improve on previous efforts, she could work her way into the exotics. Number 4 Delta Gamma, 3 years old, 53.5 kilograms. Carries a light weight and has enough experience to be considered. Improvement is required, but the weight assignment gives her a chance to outperform expectations. Number 5 Revelation, 3 years old, 56.0 kilograms. Debut runner entering a race where several rivals have already had opportunities. First-time starters can be dangerous in these maiden contests, and the betting market may provide important clues. Number 6 Believe in Me, 3 years old, 56.0 kilograms. Another newcomer who adds first-time blinkers. The equipment change suggests connections are looking for focus and early speed. Interesting prospect with upside. Number 7 Woodburn Hills, 3 years old, 51.5 kilograms. Gets a substantial weight advantage over many rivals. Needs improvement, but the low weight could help make this filly more competitive than expected. Number 8 Call Her Nore, 3 years old, 54.5 kilograms. Has shown enough ability to suggest she is getting closer to a breakthrough performance. The experience edge over several rivals makes her one of the stronger contenders. Number 9 Princess Tina, 3 years old, 56.0 kilograms. Debut runner with first-time blinkers. These types can be dangerous if well prepared, and she is one to monitor closely before post-time. Number 10 Behave, 3 years old, 54.5 kilograms. Has had opportunities to gain experience and could be ready to show more. A solid effort would not be a surprise in this competitive maiden field. So my top 3 picks in no specific order are Awesome Emma, Call Her Nore, and Delta Gamma. Race 9 is Division 2 of the Marlene My Love, a maiden condition race for 3-year-old fillies over 5.5 furlongs for a purse of $1,050,000. These types of races are often unpredictable, with lightly raced fillies and a few debut runners still figuring things out. Early speed and positioning will be critical over this sprint trip. Number 1 A Wing and a Prayer, 3 years old, 51.5 kilograms. Lightweight filly, who gets a slight weight advantage. Still needs to step up on what she's shown so far, but that low weight could help her stay competitive. Number 2 Runville Run, 3 years old, 51.5 kilograms. Another lightweight runner who hasn't fully put it together yet. If she improves on recent efforts, she could sneak into the minor money. Number 3 Civic Illusion, 3 years old, 53.5 kilograms. Has shown glimpses of ability and looks like one of the more interesting runners in the field. If she breaks cleanly, she could be dangerous late. Number 4 My Lady Gold, 3 years old, 53.5 kilograms. Brings a bit more consistency than several rivals and looks like a filly who is close to breaking through. Strong contender on recent efforts. Number 5 Run for Fun, 3 years old, 52.5 kilograms. Still learning and hasn't quite put it together yet. Needs improvement to be a real winning threat, but not impossible for a minor placing. Number 6 She is a Player, 3 years old, 52.5 kilograms. Lightly raced filly who could improve with experience. Worth watching for progress rather than current form. Number 7 Following Wave, 3 years old, 56.0 kilograms. Debut runner stepping into a competitive maiden field. The betting market will be key. Any strong support would be significant. Number 8 Melba's Choice, 3 years old, 51.5 kilograms. Gets in with a very light weight and could be well placed if she handles the pace. One of the more interesting value runners. Number 9 POW Wow, 3 years old, 53.5 kilograms. Another lightly raced filly who needs improvement but is not without ability. Could surprise with progression. Number 10 Cheramari, 3 years old, 56.0 kilograms. Debut runner taking on race-hardened rivals. Needs to show natural ability to be competitive first time out. So my top 3 picks in no specific order are Following Wave, My Lady Gold, and Civic Illusion. Race 10 is the 25th running of the Eros Trophy, a grade I open allowance event over 7 furlongs for a massive purse of $1,750,000. This is the feature race of the card, bringing together proven graded class performers, improving 3-year-olds, and hardened older campaigners. At this level, tactical speed, class, and race positioning all become absolutely critical. Number 1 Gervano, 4 years old, 46.0 kilograms. Lightly weighted runner who gets a big advantage on the scales. Has shown enough ability to be competitive at this level and could become dangerous if allowed an easy trip up front. Number 2 Nautical Star, 6 years old, 46.5 kilograms. Another low-weight runner with proven experience. Has been competitive in strong company and could be one of the key pace influences in this race. Number 3 Fun Can't Down, 5 years old, 55.0 kilograms. Carries one of the highest weights in the field, which makes this a tough assignment. However, has the class to compete if able to overcome the handicap. Number 4 Legacy Isle, 6 years old, 57.0 kilograms. A strong and experienced campaigner who carries top weight. Will need to overcome a significant physical burden, but cannot be dismissed given overall ability. Number 5 Enyo Star, 7 years old, 46.0 kilograms. Drops down significantly in weight and could become dangerous if returning to best form. Needs to show improvement, but is not without chance. Number 6 California Crown, 5 years old, 46.0 kilograms. One of the most interesting low-weight runners in the field. Has the profile of a horse who could sit just off the pace and strike late. Number 7 SIR Dawn, 3 years old, 47.5 kilograms. Youngest horse in the field taking on older and more experienced rivals. Lightweight helps, but this is a major class test. Number 8 is that a fact, USA. 6 years old, 46.0 kilograms. Consistent type, who often runs solid races at this level. The low weight is a big plus and could allow him to stay competitive throughout. So my top 3 picks in no specific order are Legacy Isle, Fun Countdown, and Enyo Star. Race 11 is the 52nd running of the Jamaica 1000 Guineas, a Grade 1 futurity for 3-year-old fillies over 8 furlongs. This is the classic test of class, stamina, and maturity, where lightly raced horses step up into elite company and the best-prepared filly usually prevails. With a large field and plenty of different form lines, race position and race rhythm will be crucial. Number 1 Lexi Lui, 3 years old, 57.0 kilograms. A solid type who brings competitive form into a major test. Needs to take a step forward at this level but has the profile to stay involved if things go smoothly. Number 2 Awesome Kitty, 3 years old, 57.0 kilograms. Has shown enough ability to be respected in a field like this. Will need a strong tactical ride, but is not without a chance in a race of this nature. Number 3 Minnehaha, 3 years old, 57.0 kilograms. Looks like a progressive type with enough talent to be a major factor. If she handles the mile, she could be right in the finish. Number 4 Taylor Made, 3 years old, 57.0 kilograms. A consistent performer who has been building toward a strong effort. The distance should suit, and she looks like one of the more reliable contenders. Number 5 Giving Thanks, 3 years old, 57.0 kilograms. Has shown flashes of ability and could step forward at the right time. Needs improvement to beat the top selections, but is not out of it. Number 6 Sky is the Limit, 3 years old, 57.0 kilograms. A lightly raced filly with upside. If she improves again, she could surprise at a big price. Number 7 Gulfstream Cat, 3 years old, 57.0 kilograms. Brings experience and toughness into the race. Needs a career best performance to win at Grade 1 level, but can't be ignored for exotics. Number 8 Charming Chatterbox, 3 years old, 57.0 kilograms. A consistent runner who tends to give her best effort. Could sneak into the placings with a good trip. Number 9 Elias Will, 3 years old, 57.0 kilograms. Lightly raced and still improving. Not fully proven at this level but could be an improver stepping into the big stage. Number 10 Dream Catcher, 3 years old, 57.0 kilograms. Has enough ability to be competitive if she brings her best form. Needs to settle well over the mile to be effective late. Number 11 AUSTOA, 3 years old, 57.0 kilograms. Still learning, but shows potential. This is a big step up in class, and she will need to raise her game significantly. Number 12 Social Storm, 3 years old, 57.0 kilograms. Winner profile, has already shown she can get the job done. If she handles the distance, she is a very serious contender. Number 13 Pippa, 3 years old, 57.0 kilograms. Needs major improvement to compete at this level. Faces a tough assignment against stronger rivals. Number 14 Tia Maria, 3 years old, 57.0 kilograms. A more consistent type, who can run well when things go right. Could be one for the minor placings. Number 15 Victorious Lynx, 3 years old, 57.0 kilograms. Lightly raced with upside, but this is a serious test. Needs a big jump in performance. Number 16 Another Wow, 3 years old, 57.0 kilograms. An outsider on form who will need everything to fall perfectly to feature here. So my top 3 picks in no specific order are Dream Catcher, Tailor Made, and Awesome Kitty. Thank you for watching. Please join us on the Tipsters show when we will reveal our number 1 pick for each race. Please do not forget to subscribe and like the video. Thank you.